look now at an aerial view of Westport as the big waves washed ashore yesterday afternoon. Officials in Westport say the town's beaches are closed to swimming until conditions improve. Several other beaches in Massachusetts are closed, including all South Shore beaches on Nantucket. In Rhode Island, all state beaches and town beaches in Newport and Middletown are closed to swimming, with restrictions expected through tomorrow.
So high tide a little while ago. The rough surf conditions continue. Rip currents along the beach. This is the situation we will be dealing with in our area for probably the next 24 hours or so.
So let's check in with Erica Ritchie. She's been seeing quite a show behind her throughout the morning. Erica, really enjoying your assignment today.
I mean, I brought my coffee with me. I had a front row seat to a beautiful show this morning. The sun is shining. It's starting to get warm. So, yeah, I got to say this is a day I really enjoy my job. But, hey, I'd like you to come here with me. So here you go. Take a look. This is what we're seeing right around this high tide now. This is when Hurricane Erin is doing her most dramatic scene, if you will, over what was really going to be a couple days show that she's offering us. You see those white caps and you see the spray as they hit the wall. They just kind of burst up, and it just makes absolutely a beautiful scene here. And we're not the only ones who think so. I mean, when you have a state that is surrounded by 400 miles of coastline, there's a lot of people trying to get a front row seat to Erin's show.
It's just absolutely breathtaking. I mean, just see all these waves and the wind blowing the mist off the tops of the waves.
Oh, this is unbelievable how tumultuous it is. It's wild, you know. It's really great.
And luckily it's not coming on shore, so we don't have to worry about damage, but we get to see what Mother Nature can provide for us.
Yeah, it's really kind of the best of both worlds, right? Hurricane Erin not making landfall here, so we can really enjoy the effects without any of the devastation that comes with the hurricane. Only some minor impacts to our area, like beach closures in Middletown, Newport, and Narragansett, and ferry service interruptions to Block Island, Martha's Vineyard, and Nantucket. The Block Island ferry service on both the high-speed and the traditional ferries are canceled at least through noontime today. They'll reconvene as the sea conditions change, as the tide goes back out, so we'll update you when we learn more there. And there are only a handful of ferries going to and from New Bedford and the Vineyard today because of the choppy seas. So if any of those were part of your plans today, make sure you go ahead and check with the ferry service first before heading to either location. Now, as we come back live here, you're taking a look at what's just a spectacular, breathtaking scene here as those waves curl in and make their way toward Ocean Avenue. This portion of Ocean Avenue from Breton Point State Park down around the bend here is closed because so much water has been coming up over the wall and bringing with it a lot of debris. You can see those rocks in the road. Those come with force when they come over the wall, and so that's why it's very dangerous if you're standing close by, and that's why they're not allowing cars or people or bikers or anything like that down here. Now, as the morning goes on and the tide goes out and the storm continues to move offshore from us, local officials are reconvening to determine what the next steps are. When will the beaches reopen? When will the ferry services resume? So when they have some answers and they pass it on to us, we'll pass it on to you, so don't go too far. That's the latest live in Newport this morning. Erica Ritchie, 12 News.
An incredible couple of days for surfers.
Yeah.
Look at this video from Westport, Mass from yesterday. Who is this person?
I know.
They're really good at this.
Professional. Maybe
Yeah. Whoop, right over the wave. But hop right back on another one, because last 2 days there have been sets and sets and sets of great waves to surf. And the good news is, for those that aren't a fan of the big surf and would like to get back to the beach to swim and hang out, they should be back open soon, because the waves are getting a little smaller and the swimming conditions will improve now that Erin is moving on out of here.
And here's Narragansett right now. Live look here. You can see some pretty good waves still crashing along the shore. And let's check in now. Erica Ritchie, she has a great assignment, right?
She does, right there along the seawall in Newport. Tide is going out now, so I imagine the waves aren't crashing over into the road on Ocean Ave like they were a little while ago.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's calmed down just a little bit. We've seen a little bit of wider gaps in between those bursts that are coming over the wall here, but still take a look. I mean, it's just beautiful as the sun is glistening down. We still see those white caps and we still see some sea spray. And we took a walk down just a little bit. I don't know if you can see in the distance where the road bends. You really see some, it's really, I guess the best way to describe it is like a wall of water that just extends in some cases up to 20 feet in the air, guys. It's just absolutely stunning. stunning here. And what's crazy is we've seen significantly larger than this in past storms because this one is so far offshore for us. But still, this is definitely impressive enough to bring folks out on both the West Bay and the East Bay where we are, including the surfers. You were talking about them just a minute ago. We'll talk about them a little bit more just a moment from now. Let's go ahead and give you a little tour of our coastline, starting yesterday in Narragansett, where our crews found the wave watchers perched in their usual spot along the seawall. The waves were certainly nice to watch, though, as I mentioned, not quite as powerful as past storms. Later in the day, our crews got here to Newport, where they got more of a show, those waves crashing over the wall onto Ocean Avenue, much like we're seeing this morning. That was at last night's high tide, causing some minor street flooding there. Second Beach in Middletown, the surfers, well, they took part in Mother Nature's act, even though the beach is technically closed to swimming because of the strong surf and the rip currents.
The least amount of people we can have in the water, the better off. What we've been advising the surfers and everything is to make sure the boards are leashed, make sure you're out there with a buddy, somebody that can account for you and things like that. We understand they want to get out there and surf. We're not really impeding that, but we just want to make sure they do it in a safe manner.
And safety really is key, whether you're surfing in the water or you're coming to look at the waves. Take a look where you're seeing down Ocean Road here. I'm not sure if you can see it. There's a lot of debris on the road. Those are all rocks. Every time a wave comes up over the wall, like the ones you see in the distance there, it not only brings with it water, but it's bringing with it rocks and debris from the ocean, and it's coming with force. So that's why if you are going to be heading down at any point today to see any of the waves and the rough surf, you want to make sure you're at a safe distance. And by all means, you are nowhere near any rocks going down onto the rocks. They get very slippery. And of course, the winds are pretty strong too, so it's easy to lose your balance. So make sure that you're doing it at a safe distance. Now, important to know, as the storm begins to move away, as the tide begins to go out, local officials are going to be reconvening this morning to try and develop a plan going into the weekend, because it is one of the last weekends of the summer. So lots of folks wanting to enjoy the coastline, enjoy the beaches. So they'll be making a plan when those beaches will be safe to open. And so when we have that information, we'll pass it on to you. So stay with us here on 12 News. That's the latest. Reporting live in Newport this morning, I'm Erica Ritchie, 12 News.